Alright, welcome back to more ignorance in basketball. Now, before I start this wonderful video, I just got another email from YouTube and they wanted me to tell you guys that if you like the video and subscribe to the channel, you will never get another hangover. So if you're a drinker and you don't like hangovers, this is a good day for you. You know, it is New Year's, so, might come in handy. But let's get into that win, that big, that nice, that valuable win. Now, I think this may be my favorite win so far, even more than that straight ass whooping from the other night. Now, let me explain. I like this win for a couple reasons. One, it was against a good ass team, a team that was beating the shit out of the Suns in the preseason. Now, like I was saying, preseason doesn't mean shit because the wins don't count, and there were a lot of things they were still working on. I mean, if you're ending the game with the fucking deep bench, the game is a wash. Who gives a fuck about it? But I mean, I think they lost by like 20, maybe twice to the Jazz, at least one time in the preseason. So I'm not gonna say I was worried because I think the Suns are a better team, but I was definitely paying attention because this is the best defensive team they've played so far. And, I mean, the Mavs aren't playing too hot right now, so I think you can argue it's the best team they're playing. I know the Kings have a good record, but I don't believe in the Kings. Sorry. I feel like every year they start off hot, and then they're just going to taper off and be shitty again. So, until they prove me wrong, I don't think they're making the fucking playoffs this year. I'm sorry, Kings fans. I just don't believe it. But I did take notes because I'm a professional. Another thing is there was adversity. The Jazz started coming back a little bit in the beginning of the third. They weathered the storm, which I thought was great, especially at the end of the third. They got it up to 13, I think, when Chris Paul came in for Booker. I think when Booker was in, it was around like 7 points the Suns were up by, and then Chris Paul came in to end the third, and they ended the third being up by 13 going into the fourth. And then at the beginning of the fourth, things were still good. The lead was good, and then the fucking Jazz, relentless, they made a run at the end of the game, and I think it got down to 5. This is all off the top of my head because I'm a passionate fan. This is these moments that Booker just did. This is exactly what I was talking about when I made my Devin Booker will be MVP this season video. And people think I'm fucking crazy, but this is the shit I'm talking about. Chris Paul played like dog shit today. What did he have? Let's look at his stats. He had 11 points, 8 assists. Okay, that's not terrible, but he couldn't buy a goddamn basket. He was missing all those little mid-range jump shots. He couldn't fucking make one. His defense was pretty good, especially on Clarkson for a lot of those plays, but it could have been better. He wasn't playing great. But Devin Booker, game ball. I was going to give it to Bridges because he was fucking, you know what, they could share it. Nah, it goes to Devin. It goes to Devin because he hit some big shots at the end of that game. He had really 4 big plays because one of them was, I think it was in the fourth, maybe like midway through when Cameron Payne had a nice cut. I was like, that's huge. But Devin, he passed the ball. And then, Booker had another one when he got fouled. He missed he had that and one, but he missed the free throw. And I'm like, dude, what? His free throw shooting this year has been shit. I don't know why, but I feel like he shot like 93% last year, but he can't make a goddamn free throw. He's shooting like me from the fucking line this season. I don't understand it, but, this is a Devin Booker praise video, not me shitting on him because he balled out. So, and then the mid-range shot, and then the fucking step-back 3, I'm like, this is the shit I'm talking about. He showed the fuck up when they needed him because it was just straight ISO plays. It wasn't a whole lot of ball movement. It was here. We have a little bit of a lead. You take the fucking ball and you score. That's what it was. And he took it and he delivered. And that's all you can ask for. So you get the game ball. Mikal Bridges, you balled the fuck out though because in that third quarter you hit 3 threes to give to extend that lead a little bit when the Jazz were making a run, and you played great fucking defense. So yeah, but it still goes to Devin. It still goes to Devin. Who am I kidding? When you show up in the big moments, you get the game ball. Now This was a game where Chris Paul played like shit, couldn't make a fucking shot, and they still win by 11. They weathered the goddamn storm. They played the best defensive team so far. Whew, and it was on the road. I mean, what more could a man ask for? What more could a man ask for? This was like the perfect kind of win. Now, if they had lost this game, I wouldn't have been worried, because it's like, oh, like, I wouldn't have been worried to see the Jazz in the playoffs, but it would have been a bad sign, because this is a game where you're winning the entire time, and then when a team just kind of turns it on a little bit, you lose. Like, that's not a good look. But the fact that they weathered that storm is huge, because teams are always going to make runs. Even if teams fucking can't shoot, someone's going to fucking make a shot. They're going to make a run. It's the fucking NBA. Everybody's good as shit. So the fact that they handled that, when Conley was making those threes and Mitchell was making those threes, I was like, uh-oh. It was down to 5. I was like, uh-oh. It was 13 fucking a minute ago. What happened? But Devin, he's like, give me the ball. Get the fuck out of my way. You're too small. You're too slow. I'm shooting this bitch in your eye, and I'm going to embarrass you in front of your kids. And he did that. And that's all I could ask for from the star player of the team I'm rooting for. So I'm going to keep this video short because it's my birthday tonight/tomorrow. I am a New Year's baby, and that's actually not a joke. Whether you guys believe me or not, I don't know, because I make a lot of jokes. But this one is real. You're just going to have to take my word for it. So I'm going to keep this video a little shorter. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace!